Hazel Henderson, a futurist in the United States, says that conventional economics is a form of brain damage. And she's absolutely right. You know why? Because economists think what nature does is of no importance for the economy. You know what they call it? They call what nature does an externality. I know what that word means, but I didn't know it was a scientific term in economics. It means it's not in the economy. The first time I heard that, I said to the economist, what planet is this for? Because that economy has nothing to do with the world I live in. Economists don't think that all of the insects and organisms that pollinate flowering plants, that's an externality. That's not in the economy. So all of the things that nature does, filtering water, creating the atmosphere, and all of these things have no economic value. They are externalities. And I came to understand that very strikingly a number of years ago when I was joined with the Milwaukee people in British Columbia, fighting to stop the logging that was going to take place in their sacred valley, the Stein Valley. The government had given logging permit to Fletcher Challenge to go in and log the Stein Valley, and we decided to fight against it. Parenthetically, we won. It's now a provincial park. But when the battle was going on, I was camping up in the valley. It's a wonderful, wonderful area. And as I was coming up, I met the CEO of Fletcher Challenge. And as you might imagine, we got into a rather heated discussion. And he was so frustrated with me, he finally said, listen, Suzuki, are tree huggers like you willing to pay to keep that tree from being cut down? In fact, are you willing to pay for all of the trees in the valley here? Because if you're not willing to pay money for that, they don't have any value until a logger comes along and cuts it down. And I went, oh my God, that was an epiphany for me, because I realized he's absolutely right. That tree, as long as it's alive, is taking carbon dioxide out of the air, putting oxygen back into it. Not a bad service for animals like us. If we don't have it, we're dead. That's an externality. No value in the economy. That tree's roots are holding the soil, so when it rains, the soil doesn't erode and wash into the spawning grounds of the salmon and destroy the salmon eggs. That's an externality. That tree pumps hundreds of gallons of water out of the soil, transpires it into the air, and affects weather and climate. That's an externality. The tree provides habitat for bacteria and fungi and insects and mammals and birds. That's an externality. The only thing that gives it economic value is when a logger comes and cuts it down, or tree huggers like me say, here's the money, don't cut it down. If that isn't a form of brain damage, I don't know what is.